For the first time in a while, we are back at wb&sons for what looks like a very exciting auction preview. So without any further ado, let's have a look around and see what they have on offer. Let's start here with a Mini Marcos in bright yellow for the man that compensates for nothing. I don't think I would get in here, but if you could, I imagine it would be a hell of a lot of fun. It weighs absolutely nothing, and it's on some very nice Mini Light style wheels. Moving just over here, we've got a Morris Mini van, this one in lovely primer grey. Again, perfectly small, perfectly light, and very nice on the inside too. To be honest, I would have this in an absolute heartbeat, and I imagine someone definitely will. Coming just over here, 996 911 Turbo. This one being a 2002, low mileage, 44,000, but you will be paying for it. This one in particular is guided at 28 to 32,000 pounds. But to be honest, I don't think you will come across a nicer one inside and out. It is absolutely gorgeous. Moving just over here for something that might be a little more budget friendly, we've got a W114 230. This one going with no reserve. It still needs a little bit of work. It's got some scratches, it needs some paint, but the interior is very nice, and whatever age or whatever condition, it still sounds lovely when the door's shut. Moving over here, Magnum Cobra, obviously it's not going to be an original, but this one is in very nice shape. We've got lovely blue piping on the interior, and it'll be a bucket of fun no matter what. It doesn't have to be original. It'll still drive just about the same, or arguably just a little bit better. And finally, for this little section over here, an immaculate Wolseley 1500. Lovely again in primer grey, almost matching that Mini over there. And the interior is gorgeous. We've got red leather, that lovely original steering wheel. What's not to like? But let's have a look back here and see what else we can find. Moving back here just a little, we have a few roadsters on offer. This one, a 987.2 Boxster S, which means you get circa 300 horsepower and none of the issues from the .1, so no bore score or no IMS to worry about. This one has an aftermarket stereo and it is guided at 10 to 14,000 pounds. Moving a little bit further back here, we've got a tale of two Mercedes R129 SLs. This one here, SL300, imported from Japan, guided at 8 to 10,000 pounds. The trick is though, it's got a kilometres mileage that equates to about 21,000 miles. So a very, very low mileage indeed, but for very similar money indeed, or rather exactly the same guide at 8 to 10 as well. We have this lovely red SL500. This one has a little bit higher mileage, about 60,000, but again, 8 to 10,000 pounds, and that 500 means glorious V8 under the bonnet and these splendid little split monoblock wheels with aftermarket gold hardware. Pretty tough to go wrong here. Which would you go for? Let us know in the comments. Moving just a little bit further back, we have a Ford Thunderbird here with the triple gold colour scheme. This one guided at 7 to 9,000 pounds. It's a barge that is definitely out there for somebody. Moving over this way just a little bit, we have this gorgeous classic Range Rover here in Vogue spec. This one fully restored in 2019. That means reupholstered, it means complete respray, and still the very same imperious driving position. Quite tough to go wrong. This is a little section I have decided to call Fast Fours and Friends, and to start we've got a lovely little white Escort XR3i, and this one is guided at 8 to 10,000 pounds. Now if you know anything about the world of fast Fords as of late, that is remarkably cheap. Granted you don't get the Recaros, but it's still a very lovely thing indeed here. Moving over, we've got a very late injected Rover Mini Cooper. This one from the year 2000. It's one of the last of the classic Mini shapes. Jeff just missed out on one not too dissimilar to this, so this may be your second chance. Moving forwards, a gorgeous ice grey blue metallic Volkswagen Corrado VR6. This one's got polished multi-spoke wheels on it, but the real fun is that engine. It's a 2.9 litre, pretty tough to go wrong on this. Early car with active aero, did you know? Gorgeous Recaro seats, very nice inside, and they're electric, which I didn't even know. But moving over this way a little bit, A70 Supra, one of the early 6-cylinder Supras. This one is really nice. The paint is almost immaculate on this. Tints so dark I can barely see inside, but I do know that it is an automatic. So if that dissuades you, then But to everybody else, this is going to be a lovely little GT. Moving over this way to something that is decidedly not GT friendly. It's another TVR. This one is a Chimaera, but this time in a gorgeous, deep purple, smoke on the water if you will. Lovely grey wheels and a blue and tan interior with a very silly door handle. Try and find it if you need to get out in a hurry. Moving forwards, Sierra RS Cosworth in lovely grey, immaculate inside. The paint is gorgeous. I don't quite understand how this is only guided for £14,000 to £18,000, but if you manage to get it for that, then you're a very, very lucky sod indeed. Over this way, if you'd like a fast forward that's a little bit older, we have a beautiful blue restored RS2000 Mark I Escort. This one guided for a slightly rich taste, £60,000 to £70,000. But again, as I said earlier, that's about normal for these. This one's got the lovely civvy fogs on the front. Tough to go wrong. Moving over this way, RS Cosworth Escort. Again, another homologation special. Gorgeous inside and out. This one's been re-upholstered. It's got some orange stitching on the seats. And again, £45,000 to £55,000. So good luck and happy bidding, I say. Let's move on and see what else we can find. Let's take a walk down a nice little lineup, shall we? First off, this gorgeous little P38 Range Rover. This one is a Japanese import, so it may have been treated a little better than your average British example. Moving over this way a little bit, we have a Rover 75 Club. This one guided at only £1,000 to £2,000, probably courtesy of that lovely velour cloth interior, but it is in really good nick. If you'd like something a little more expensive, but just a little bit smaller, how about this? This is a half-size Scania. Yes, I have tried, no, I do not fit, but this one is guided at £2,500 to £3,500. Which would you rather have? Drop a comment below. Moving over, here we have a lovely Triumph Vitesse. This one is a little bit worse for wear, but the guide does reflect that. It's still pretty good on the inside, decent enough on the outside, even if you are missing an H. But coming back a little bit further, we have a lovely old Renault Clio. This one guided at £3,000 to £5,000. The paint is gorgeous, the interior is great. I don't know where they managed to find these things, but it's even got all 4 hubcaps in really good nick. So definitely one to watch. Coming back a little further, this gorgeous Volvo 122 Amazon. You do not see very many of these on the road, let alone in red. And further still, this one has a colour-matched red steering wheel and a colour-matched red dash. Coming back, I can see already James is behind the camera nodding away. This is a gorgeous Subaru Forester STI, no less. It is black on black with the STI seats and those lovely little grippy spots to help you stop from sliding around. Gorgeous wheels in great nick, the Brembo brakes shining through. Barely any clearance between caliper and spoke on this, and it will drink petrol, but it will be a heck of a lot of fun and have a heck of a lot of space for you to haul stuff around with. We have this gorgeous Series 3 Land Rover. Pretty tough to go wrong with these. It'll do whatever you throw at it, really. Farm vehicle, or just to trawl around London, as many people do these days, sadly enough. This one guided at £6,500 to £7,500. Pretty tough to go wrong. If you would like an off-roader, however, that is a little more German, how about this? This is a gorgeous old G-Wagen, nothing like the electric malarkey they're making today. It will go anywhere, do anything, and you will be smiling all the way. And it's really lovely inside too. This little corner is what I like to think is a bit of me. Not necessarily this though, this is a Honda ATC70. I can't even really get my feet up onto it, but it is the little brother of the infamous trike from the 70s. Moving over this way a little bit, we've got a lovely Renault NN. Over here, a Vauxhall Light Six for all your pre-war touring needs. And moving over, this is something really special. On the outside, it is just an Alpine White E30 318i, but this one has had a few little bits and pieces done to it. For starters, we've got an immaculate sports interior that I had on my old E30, which I just sold. We've got these lovely Alpina wheels, and under the bonnet is where things really start to get special. We've got an M54 B30, and that is really something. It's also riding on BCs, and guided at £10,000 to £14,000. Somebody's going to be walking away with an absolute bargain here, especially when you consider it's only showing 84,000 miles on the clock. But if you'd like something a little smaller and perhaps a little more orange, how about this? This is a BMW 2002 TII. It's in need of a little bit of work. The gaps aren't exactly the most uniform, but to be honest, this is the kind of car you want to buy if you'd like to do a bit of fettling. The paint is still in very good nick. It's guided at £7,000 to £9,000, and being the TII captain, it means it's a little sportier than your average 2000, while being a heck of a lot cheaper than your average 2002 turbo. But if you want to go a little older and you'd like perhaps a more of an open top experience, how about this lovely VW Beetle Carmen convertible? Here with the lovely soft top roof, nice, quick and easy. Interior is absolutely gorgeous. We've got cream under black on this car. But that about does it for inside. Why don't we head outside and see what else they have on offer? So here we are outside. It is a little bit cold, so I'm going to try and keep this one brisk. For starters, Mercedes 190e, seen here in lovely green with champagne accents over a tan interior, which is in remarkably good nick. The outside could use a little bit of work. There's a tiny bit of a rust scab here, but mono wiper. Pretty tough to go wrong there. Moving over, Citroen BX16. It's pretty tough to get into hydrogen pneumatics any cheaper than this, outside of a GSA perhaps. This one is guided at £3,000 to £4,000, and it is absolutely lovely inside. I opened up that little coin compartment in there, and there's a large chunk of francs if you fancy some vintage French shrapnel. So maybe you'll make some money back there. Moving over, this Ford Capri 2.8 injection is guided at £6,500 to £7,500. It's a little bit tatty, I'll be honest, but it's a fast Ford, so again, with a little bit of work, you'll be making your money back in no time. Moving over this way, we have a Nissan Maxima. Now, I can't say I know very much about these, but it's on some lovely multi-spoke BBS or BBS-like wheels. I'm not quite sure. But in general, it's a very cool looking thing. It's clearly been lowered and it's been modified here and there, but the interior looks very plush with that lovely tan velour. Over here, another little bit of James, another Scooby. This one being a Hawkeye Impreza. We have these lovely BBS SR wheels on it, and inside looks pretty good too. Over here, we have a lovely old Vauxhall Corsa. This is about as clean as you're ever going to find one of these, to be honest. I don't know what it is with this place and really clean little econo boxes, but we've got this lovely cloth interior with the rainbow speckle in it. Does it get any more 90s than that? I don't think it does. Finally, right here, this is it. Mark II Golf GTI 16 valve. This one is guided at £4,000 to £5,000, and it is pretty tough to go wrong with these. These are super desirable, and this one is super cheap. So have at it and happy bidding, I say. Well, that about does it for this preview here at wb&sons in Newcastle. If you'd like to see the rest of their stock, either come down in person Monday to Saturday, or go onto their website where you can check out the full variety of cars they have for sale at this auction, which is happening on the 26th of April at 11 AM sharp. So feel free to bid either in person, on the phone, or online, whichever takes your fancy. But in any case, thank you ever so much for joining me once again. My name has been Lucas, this has been Classics World, and I'll be seeing you again very soon indeed. Ta-ra. Space for you to haul stuff around with. So